Of course, not all is gloom and doom. So far, price reductions in America have been modest. The standard of luxury real estate hasn't decreased, and neither has the wealthy's propensity for expensive purchases. Due to the epidemic, ultra-high net worth purchasers are now more interested in buying expensive estates with lots of room. Well, we all know that real estate is still one of the finest hedges against growing inflation. With that being said, stick with me guys as I take you through 10 of the most desirable properties currently on the market around the world that could make excellent investments. 10. Banyan Road, Florida, $149 million. They say the secret to valuable real estate is location. With this $145 million estate, it is certainly the case. It is the largest oceanfront parcel currently for sale in South Florida, and it is situated within the posh neighborhood of Seminole Landing in Palm Beach. The more than 6.5-acre property has 563 feet of ocean beachfront and is hidden behind 2 sets of gates. If you count the dune and the beach, you truly have 8.5 acres of land. The Men's, which was constructed in 1998, is still standing on the property. It is about 15,500 square feet in size and has 6 roomy bedrooms in addition to a pool. You can of course also construct your own luxurious lakefront home. 9. Royal Style Mansion, Caesarea, Israel, $149 million. Now is your chance to buy a real castle or house if you have ever wanted to do so after seeing one. The vast 63,130 square foot house was influenced by Baroque and Rococo design. The interiors feature mosaic made of marble and onyx and 14-karat gold trim. As soon as you enter, you are met by a massive crystal chandelier, rows of marble columns, and a grand staircase that rises to the top levels. And if that weren't enough, the house has not one but 2 fountains with sculptures in the Roman style, a private spa, fitness center, and 2 pools, one indoor, one outdoor, and saunas are available to residents. Not for salees, but Caesarea, an Israeli town on the Mediterranean coast, is where you'll find it. Overall, the mansion has a distinctive architectural style that may not appeal to everyone, but it is undeniably stunning. 8. La Gorge Circle, Florida, $150 million. The 8th most expensive home on our list is 4 parcels merged into one, making it essentially a full-fledged resort. The Miami Beach community on La Gorge Island is made up of 3 riverfront residences, each with its dock, and it's situated on 600 feet of dazzling waterfront. Additionally, the property has a private park known as Domaine de la Paix et de l'Amour. Along with well-kept gardens and coral stone walks, this area features a marble gazebo with views of the nearby bay. One more, additionally there are 2 swimming pools, a conference center, a home theater, and a wine cellar on the property. Seven, Stradella Court, California, $150 million. George Ruan, a co-founder of the website Honey, invested 2 years in remodeling this stunning Bel Air home he had purchased back in 2020. Even if it was once finished, the millionaire never actually resided there. Instead, Ruan listed the gated community on the open market for $150 million. The coveted property, which has a 2-story main house and a 1-bedroom guest house, was created by the South African architecture firm Saoda. There are 9 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a movie room, a library, a wine cellar, and even a sauna in all. There is also a pool with an infinity edge from which you can see all of Los Angeles. 6. Mapleton Drive, California, $165 million. The manor, as it is well known, is a California home that made news in 2019 when it sold for $119.7 million, making it the most expensive real estate deal in LA County. Since then, the Holmby Hills mansion has resurfaced on the market with an even higher asking price of $165 million. The opulent home, which was originally constructed in 1988 for TV producer Aaron Spelling, was the former residence of crooner Bing Crosby. The chateau was also the residence of Petra Ecclestone, a Formula One heiress. The 56,000 square foot mansion, which is covered in limestone and is located just down the street from the Playboy Mansion, has all the amenities one could need. Imagine a bowling alley, a spa, a library, a nightclub, and a theater. Additional highlights include a swimming pool, a tennis court, a tanning room, an aquarium, and a solarium. There are 123 rooms in total, but don't worry, the elevator stops at each story of the building. 5. Milestone at Meadow Lane, Southampton, New York, $175 million. It's difficult to single out a standout feature of the Hamptons, but this beachfront estate might be it. With 8 lush acres and more than 500 feet of ocean beachfront between the Atlantic Ocean and Shinnecock Bay, Milestone at Meadow Lane is priced at $175 million. The little more than 15,000 square foot modern Tudor-style mansion features 11 bedrooms, 12 full bathrooms, 4 half bathrooms, as well as a separate caretaker's cottage. Along with all the contemporary amenities, you can anticipate beautiful millwork and views of the water throughout. There is plenty of space for gatherings outside, as well as a pool, a hot tub, a 5-car garage, and a deep water bayside dock for boats. Or Tarpon Island, Palm Beach, Florida, $218 million. Although it is an island, this is hardly some remote haven in the Caribbean. The neighborhood of Billionaires Row in Palm Beach, where Tarpon Island is located, is genuine who's who of real estate tycoons. The owner of the property is Citadel CEO Ken Griffin, who nearly 4 years ago spent $240 million on a New York City penthouse, breaking the record for the most expensive home ever sold in the US. Tarpon may get a similarly exorbitant asking price. In fact, it was sold earlier this year to developer Todd Michael Glazer for $85 million. With the promise of repairing and enlarging the roughly 1930s home for the potential buyer, Glazer is now offering the man-made aisles for sale for $218 million. If you'd prefer to buy it as is, he'll sell it for you to just $125 million. The proposed restorations would include the additions of 2 pools, a 6-car garage, and 18,000 square feet of living space. It's a 2.2-acre parcel with a lit tennis court, which is a sizable amount of land for Palm Beach despite the house being stuck in the past. It is not exactly the most private of islands, but even so, it can only be reached by boat or a short bridge, so you'll still feel far away. 3. Pacific Coast Highway, California, $225 million. Malibu is known for its enormous coastal houses. On the other hand, this opulent beachfront property is made up of 9 buildings scattered across 5 acres and 5 separate land parcels. The 25,000 square foot, $225 million home, built by Robert A.M., is reminiscent of a European estate and was originally owned by Michael Eisner, a former CEO of Disney. Contrary to a traditional Mediterranean villa, the spectacular estate has a movie theater, a gym, and various guest houses. Best of all, the latter is connected to the pool through an underground tunnel. There's an elevator for that, and if you want to go to the beach, you can. 2. Ruthven Gate, London, England, $238 million. When this luxurious 7-story estate in the UK sold for $232 million in 2020, it attracted media attention. Currently, Britain's most expensive listing, the record-breaking home is back on the market and in need of a new owner who can provide it with some much-needed TLC. The 7-story, 62,000 square foot estate features 45 rooms. Distributed among its 45 rooms are an indoor pool and an underground parking garage. Even though the Knightsbridge house was left in a state of disrepair by its previous occupants, everything about it is luxurious, including the intricate details, gold leaf accents, and exquisite moldings. If you have $238 million to spare, the imposing stuccoed house may be yours. 1. The penthouse at Central Park Tower, New York, $250 million. The most desirable property in the world is perched atop the highest residential structure in the world on Billionaires Row in New York City. Call it a coincidence. The staggering $250 million price tag for the 3-story, 17,545 square foot penthouse in the Central Park Tower works out to roughly $15,000 per square foot. 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, multiple kitchens, and a huge 1,433 square foot outdoor terrace that is 1,400 feet above Manhattan are all part of the exorbitant asking price. Of course, there are also not 1 but 2 grand ballrooms. Huge glass walls, ceilings that soar to a whopping 27 feet in height, and a sculptural spiral staircase that links each level are just a few of the interior attractions of the luxurious residence. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.